Ford, Kenya and ANC parties are this week expected to hold separate National Executive Council meetings to chart a new political course following opposition leader Raila Odinga's cooperation pact with President Uhuru Kenyatta. Tonight on House of Cards, our political affairs reporter Murimi Mwangi dissects the key puzzles of the Kenyatta-Odinga pact and explains why some skeptics are critical of the newfound unity.
Since mocking the hangman's noose with his controversial January 30th oathing ceremony, opposition chief Raila Odinga's recent cooperation handshake with his arch-political nemesis President Uhuru Kenyatta no doubt came as a surprise.
For me to sit down with Uhuru Kenyatta and sign that MOU, it was not easy. It's a very painful decision.
And now, the spotlight turns to lawyer Paul Mwangi and Ambassador Martin Kimani, both jointly tasked by Kenyatta and Odinga to advance their cooperation initiative beyond the handshake. The Odinga-Kenyatta priorities being the search for a cure to ethnic antagonism following the 2017 controversial polls, enhancing devolution, security reforms, and the fight against corruption. But just how will the Kimani-Mwangi team do this?
You see, these two people are supposed to come up with modalities and framework on how to implement this. They are supposed to come up with a manual on how that document can be implemented. And the office they want to constitute is an office that will work towards achieving those issues that have been raised in that document.
That we will begin a process of discussing what ails us and what creates division amongst us. And we look forward to the support of every single leader.
Likely to be the greatest headache to the Mwangi Kimani team could be the puzzle on how to enhance inclusivity in future governments, with key opposition figureheads already rooting for constitutional amendment to revert to a parliamentary system anchored on the famous Bomas draft, which suggests reintroduction of the Prime Minister's post with 2 deputies. But could this handshake see Kenyatta's handlers create a senior ad hoc post such as that of a chief minister for Odinga or any of his close allies before a likely referendum ahead of the 2022 polls?
It's not about the interest of the people on our side to get into government. It's a question of securing the interest of the people, ensuring that if you have a government, you have a government where every Kenyan has equal access to business opportunities, to employment.
Sooner than we think, there will be some kind of power sharing. But the ultimate will be in 2022 or whenever there will be some major change to the constitution, in which case there's going to be created a position of president and prime minister.
But the wind of political suspicion following the Kenyatta-Odinga handshake has rekindled memories of Odinga's similar previous cooperation pacts, notably the rather concealed one of early 1998 between Odinga and retired President Daniel Arap Moi, which caught his opposition counterparts Mwai Kibaki and the late Michael Kijana Wamalwa by surprise. Kibaki and Wamalwa had been secretly seeking similar partnerships with Moi after the 1997 polls. In the Moi-Raila deal unveiled at Homa Bay Stadium in February 1998, and which instantly put Raila on defense against claims of being bribed by Moi, Raila had prioritized economic revival, war on corruption, and constitutional review, with Raila loyalists demanding expansion of cotton and sugar industries in Nyanza, establishment of ice cooling plants at fish landing beaches along Lake Victoria, and tamaking of select roads in central and southern Nyanza. 4 years later, Odinga led his NDP fraternity into a merger with KANU, before an acrimonious fallout within a record 200 days. So could the Kenyatta-Odinga deal review the 1998 and 2002 Moi-Raila power play?
It is completely distinct. 1997, you had a merger and dissolution of NDP. There is no chance that any party can be dissolved now to join another. And as I've told you, we are not desirous, we are not enthusiastic of getting into government.
I think it's just normal survival tactics of politicians. You look at which side because our politics isn't quite around political parties. So it's a question of who can you play ball with.
He has a debt to pay to William Ruto. William Ruto was one of the key leaders that propelled him to become a prime minister in 2007, 2008.
If anybody wants a divorce, it will be messy, it will be noisy, and it will not be easy.
Now, with the newfound Kenyatta-Odinga friendship already threatening to alter the power matrix, 2022 political poker games will no doubt be a key determinant to the success of the Kenyatta-Odinga pact. Muremi Mwangi, KTN News in Nairobi.